What is up, guys? Hey, Jerry Green here today. This episode, we are going to talk about controlling real estate versus ownership of it. A lot of people say, I want to own real estate. I want to own real estate. Well, I want you to think about that, okay? Do you really want to own real estate, or you just want to control it? Now, there's a lot of different things we can talk about in this area, okay? Obviously, we can go in and talk about how we can control a property by just doing a contract, okay? That's definitely a form of control. But let's go a little deeper. Some of you are actually buying these properties, taking them down, either the rehab or hold as some type of rental property, okay? Long-term, short-term, maybe it's a short-term rental, okay? You could be doing whatever with this. So what I want you to think about, though, when it comes to this, is kind of what you run into out there, and this is the real world. So for example, okay, this is what I've seen this a lot over the years. And in fact, I've experienced this myself, okay? So let's just say that you have all these properties. Now they could be single family, whatever they are, okay? It doesn't really matter on that, but you have all these homes, okay? So I guess I'll add some roofs on them. So, all right, so we got these properties. We got these 4 different properties that we have. And all these 4 different properties, let's say that you own these all, so you're owning them all in your own name, okay? Or you could own them all in one LLC, okay? So regardless, you own them all, one type of name or entity, whatever it is. All right, so let's just say that you're out there doing what you do, and all of a sudden something happens real crazy. Now, I've given this example before. So this was years ago, but I had one of my students that was major into the renovation business, okay? And he was hiring contractors, having them come out, and one of them that was coming out was actually cutting down trees. And some of you guys might think, oh, holy cow, when I say this, and hopefully you don't get sick. But anyways, this gentleman was, had contractors out working on trimming trees. Well, the one guy fell out of the tree. When he fell out of the tree, chainsaw come down and actually cut his leg off. Okay, actually cut his leg right off on things. And here's the thing. These contractors are out there working, had no type of insurance, no type of workers' comp coverage whatsoever at all. So what happened was, instantly on that, the individual that was involved in that, they got an attorney. The attorney went and looked at things and started looking at how many assets they have. Well, the thing is, they own all these assets, even their flip deals and their rentals, all in one name, one entity. They actually just owned them all in their own personal name. But it could be also through one like LLC. So they own them all that way. Based upon them owning that way on things, what they did is they went in and filed suit on things, and next thing you know, they're in a position where they're getting a judgment. Well, the thing is, yes, they have insurance on things, but there's certain things insurance won't take care of, okay? And I'm not an attorney. I'm not going to give you legal advice or anything like it, but I'm just going to share with you some common sense things. So what happened to all these properties in their name? Well, they got to get a judgment. Well, the judgment attached to this individual, okay? So they attached to this individual. Not only did it attach to them personally, what else did it attach to? All their assets, all the assets that they had. So attached to every single one of those. So what happened on that? Well, now it was attached to every one of these properties. They had to deal with that, and it just became a nightmare. So to make it, you know, to the point where we don't spend all day on this, okay, we realized that that was a big mistake on things. So what I always encourage people to do, guys, and I went through this myself, because I had a guy one time fall off a roof that was doing a roofing job, and his kneecap went from where his knee is supposed to be clear up to almost his thigh. And ended up in the hospital, had to be care flighted and everything else. So that's not a fun phone call, okay? And I was just doing it to get the cheapest labor that I could. And that stuff will bite you in the butt. So what happened, what I realized was, you know, I can still have these 4 individual properties, okay? But what I started doing is something different, and I went through and I was actually in a position where I could turn around and take these 4 properties And what I was doing is actually creating a way to own each one of these properties individually. So what I would do, I would create what I call a separate individual land trust for each individual property. So I would create a land trust, okay, for each individual property, and then those properties would flow down to a beneficiary, which could be my LLC, okay, could be my LLC, it could be a corporation, whatever that is, okay, or it could be another trust. But what I did is I created separate ownership there. So if I did have something happen on this one property, it wasn't affecting the rest of my properties on things. So what I did was just created basically separation on things, guys. This is just a quick video here today to show you the power of doing something like this. Obviously you have to sit down because not everybody's plan is going to be the same. But there's everybody needs to take some time as they build their wealth up to start thinking about these things to help protect all the assets that you're acquiring. So if something happens like that, you're not dealing with that situation. So guys, I hope this helps on things and gives you just a little bit of clarity and some ideas of where you can go with this. So if you would, guys, if you would like the video down below, subscribe to my channel. I'll continue to provide information like this to help you out in your life, your business, and just overall constantly be improving. So talk to you later.